Leland just thanked, like, I don't know, every person he knows in terms of making his move to D.C., and we wish him well. I only have one group to thank. You, okay? Easter is a big time for me. We all know that I've been trying to figure out how to get back and get a purpose-driven life here, and you've been instrumental in that. Thank you so much for following and subscribing to Chris Cuomo Project, my podcast. And thank you for becoming part of the family at NewsNation. Yeah, there's plenty of bragging to go around about how fast we're growing, but it's who that's more important to me than how much. And that's you. And I want you to know that the inspiration for me, for Dusty, for the team, is that we know we owe you, that we have to give you our best, that we have to try to avoid the game and expose the game and work much harder than anybody even contemplates working so that we can justify the opportunity that you're giving us. So rebirth and renewal is huge for me. And with that, it is a renewed commitment that I'm so appreciative of being able to be on for you every night, and that I will go anywhere and do anything to deliver to you the insight, the perspective that you need, holding power to account, but also accounting to you for what we see that should be happening with power, okay? And on that note, some food for thought about this day. And look, I don't know how many different ways to say it. I'm not pitching faith. I don't care what you believe in, as long as you believe in something that helps motivate a positive existence. For me, it literally is just, the sense of a sinner desperate for better, as so many are in our society, no matter what you believe. But today is a big day for those who call themselves Christians, or really just for those looking for the strongest reason for connective tissue in a secular society. The paradox, the oxymoron, if you will, of Good Friday. Why? What is good about getting crucified? Now, for those in the Christian faith who believe, it's an obvious point. Good Friday because it was good for us, the sinners, because the person who is believed by Christians to be the Messiah, the Son of God, died for their sins, so their sins could be forgiven. That's how much he loved us. He forgave even his killers. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Now, what does it mean? Look, it's obvious. Love is hard. Love is complete. Love isn't about you. But there's another meaning that is of equal or greater instruction. We just don't talk about it as much. And it's that it's about doing what's hard for the right reasons. Sacrifice, compromise, that's the high road. It's not what comes easy. Anger, jealousy, negative comparison, blame. These are the deadly sins, right? Pride, wrath, envy, greed, gluttony, lust, and sloth. And then Pope Francis added like these environmental things and like wealth or something like that. But those were the originals. And if they sound familiar, it's because those are absolutely the ingredients of this toxic stew that we call our politics. The reason that the message of Jesus, whether you believe in what he was or you believe in nothing at all, the instruction is the same, is that if you really love, if you really care, you do what's hard. Because if you do what's easy, getting angry, being spiteful, being reductionist, they may be more satisfying, even more successful in the short term. But those instincts and appetites lead to nothing but more of the same. And if you have any doubt about that, look at our politics. Many, no matter what you believe, try to live this lesson, even a little bit in our own way, right? We try to be kind. We try to practice kindness and patience and to be good to those who are good to us. And even if they're not, we try to give them a fair shake. We do that everywhere, but in our politics. Think about it. It's not unusual to hear a parent say, maybe you've said it. I know I have. I would lay down my life for one of my family like that. I wouldn't think twice. I wouldn't think twice. We say it. Why? Because that is the most profound way of expressing that commitment to another, right? But as a collective, we're not even close. There are too many who say that this country has a Christian-inspired culture and is formed around Judeo-Christian ethics, but they don't practice what that means. They don't practice in their politics anything approaching compassion or understanding or mercy or any sense of connection. Our politics are complete anathema. They are the opposite of that instruction. Did you know that as many of you listening, watching right now, who say, I believe in God. Yeah, I believe in the lessons. Yeah, it's true. As many of you as who say that also say, you want better protection from guns. You want safer schools. You want dreamers afforded full citizenship, and yet none of it gets done. Why? The overwhelming majority of our federal electeds proudly take their oath on a Bible and then practice very little of what's in it. And too many choose to ignore what they pray about this weekend. And the problem, the sin, if you will, is not falling short. To err is human. Failing, flailing, repeating mistakes, bad choices. I do it with stunning frequency. I think one of my unique talents is making the wrong decision repeatedly. It drives me nuts. But what's the real wrong? The real wrong is in failing to try to be better, to even try to do things in a way that even gives lip service to what so many say they believe in most deeply when they put that cross in their bio. God, family, country. Easy to say, hard to do. Imagine if our politics even attempted to play at what so many in power and partisans prey on this weekend. From one sinner to another, we know we can do better, and we literally swear to God this weekend to try, in the interest of rebirth and renewal. Why can't we see just a little bit of that in action? That's what I'm going to try to do. That's what you're going to try to do. Let's hope those we put in power to represent and reflect our best interests can get the message this time. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.